So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. In this one today, we're going to be discussing how you can land 5-figure per month clients for your social media marketing agency. Now, just before we jump into that, if you are new around here, it'd be amazing if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss another upload. And let's jump into it. The real strategy here that I'm going to share with you is a great way to actually charge not even necessarily 10 grand a month. This could be 5 grand a month, 15 grand a month, 20 grand a month. And the best thing about this is it scales alongside your client. And that is actually charging a percentage of ad spend. And on average, people charge normally like 10 to 15, maybe up to 20% of ad spend as their actual fee. This obviously wouldn't work too well if it's a lower ticket client. If it's like a restaurant or like a gym and they're only spending $1,000-$2,000 per month, that's going to be extremely unprofitable for you. It would not be worth it. But let's say you're coming into a business that is already well established. They already have a ton of employees. They've had a lot of success. And maybe they're already spending 50, 60, 100, 200 grand a month on Facebook ads, but they just need somebody to come in and, again, optimize everything, somebody to take over, because maybe they're doing it in-house right now and it's not that professional and it could be better, but they're looking to hire somebody to come in and take over that. Then, you could definitely charge a percentage of ad spend. Think about it this way. If you say, okay, 10% of ad budget, it doesn't really sound like much, right? 10% of ad budget. That sounds extremely, extremely reasonable. But if that company is spending 100 grand a month on ads, all of a sudden, from day one, you're making $10,000 per month. Let's say you do a really good job and you scale up those ad campaigns, and the following month, maybe you're spending 115 grand. Guess what? Your retainer the following month is 11 and a half. Let's say the next month you continue to scale. Before you know it, in 6 months' time, you're spending 200K a month. Well, guess what? Your retainer has increased to 20K per month. Now, what I really like about this, again, is if you were to say to the business, right, I'm going to charge you 10K a month for this service or 20K a month for this service, generally speaking, they're going to take a step back and be like, whoa, that's quite expensive. But if you just say that your flat rate is 10% of ad budget, that seems completely reasonable. It doesn't seem so high ticket when you word it as a percentage of ad budget. Another thing I really like about this strategy is that, and this is, again, and I've done this with clients before, is I'll say to them, look, the reason I love this is because we can grow together, and this can be a really long-term relationship, because not only does it incentivize me to help you, but obviously as I scale the ad campaigns and make you more money, I'm essentially making myself more money as I'm scaling that ad spend profitably. So it's like, it's got more incentive for me and it's got more incentive for you, so we can really make the most out of this partnership. And a lot of business owners, they respect that because they understand that it's good to have a win-win situation. Obviously some people aren't going to be happy with this. Some people will much rather pay a flat retainer and they won't even consider it. But there are some businesses that will consider it. So until you put it out there and put it out into the world, then you never know if it's going to work or not. And I had a prime example of this recently, and unfortunately the deal fell through at the last minute, which I was absolutely gutted about. But we were working out a deal with a company that was spending 100K a month, and we were going to be taking 10% of ad spend, which would mean our retainer was 10 grand a month. Everything was going through. We had several calls, and at the last minute, unfortunately, the deal did fall through. But when I priced at 10% of ad budget, there was no hesitation, there was no flinch. Within seconds, it was like, boom, yeah, I'm happy with that. There was no hesitation. Whereas I'm pretty sure if I just said, yeah, that's going to be 10 grand a month, they would have turned around and said, whoa, that's quite expensive. Other agencies charge X, Y, Z, for example, all right? And another story of this is I have a friend in the SMMA industry who did this exact thing, closed a deal, 10% of ad spend. Right now, I believe they're spending 50 to 60,000 pounds a month. That means his retainer is 5 to 6,000 pounds, but I know over time, and he's got plans over the next 12 months to hopefully scale up to between 100 and 200K a month in ad spend. So within the next 12 months, that client is going to potentially be worth 10 to 20,000 pounds per month from one client, okay? and it's like a win-win situation for everybody here. Now, in terms of outreach methods, I know people are always going to be thinking, but what's the actual best way to find 10K per month clients? What's the best way to find high ticket clients? What's that magic bullet? Well, the truth is you can get those high ticket clients from anywhere. As long as you're focusing on bigger businesses, you need to make sure that they are bigger companies. Smaller companies are not going to be able to afford this. You need to focus on larger, higher ticket businesses that can clearly afford 10K per month, first of all. But as long as you're doing that and you're targeting the right companies, it doesn't matter how you do your outreach, as long as you're getting in front of the right people. You can use LinkedIn, you can use freelance websites. People don't think that you can get high ticket clients on freelance websites like that, but trust me, you can. They are out there, as long as you focus on finding the higher ticket clients that have bigger budgets. You can do cold email, as long as you're, again, directing it to the right person to try and get in front of the right person. Any outreach method is possible. Building your network, knowing the right people, building a name for yourself, asking your current clients if they are able to refer you, and building out a really strong referral program that highly incentivizes your clients to essentially give you more clients. The outreach method itself doesn't matter as long as you're focusing on larger businesses. So this is just something for you to consider next time you are pricing your services, when you know that obviously they've got a bigger budget and they're willing to spend a large amount in ads, or maybe you've already seen their ad account and you can tell they're already spending 50, 60 grand a month, then it is something that you can work out with some of your future clients. So hopefully this video helped you. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in a more in-depth full A to Z training program that's going to teach and train you how to land your first clients, how to do outreach, sales scripts, I've got 100+ video lessons, 400+ additional lesson resources from PDFs, audio lessons, and everything like that. I do have a training program that's going to be linked down below that's called the Social Media Marketing Academy. We've had hundreds and hundreds of students in the last couple of years go on and land clients, make money off the back of this. So again, the sales page for that's going to be linked down below. Even if you're not interested in purchasing yet, go and take a look at the sales page, see what it has to offer, look at some of the testimonials, and obviously if you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.